Searing flames, surging streams, flood and fire wreaking havoc in Northern California in recent months and years. But now, unearthing a new era.
Boy, is that a lot of gold.
Of pay dirt. This is the Motherlode, a 120-mile stretch that gave the Golden State its nickname. During the original gold rush, nearly $90 million worth of gold was extracted here in the mid-1800s. That's more than $2 billion in today's dollars.
A big piece.
Now, more than 100 years later, a new rush. Floodwaters sweeping debris and undiscovered gold into creeks and valleys.
We call that flood gold.
8 years ago, Shannon Poe quit his corporate job to become a full-time gold miner.
It's elation, you know, your hard work is paying off and you just go, good golly, I made $5,000 in 2 minutes.
Sounds easy, but to get anywhere near the good stuff, Poe says you have to go way off the beaten path. An hour journey into the wilderness, we arrive at one of Poe's favorite mining spots.
There's actually quite a bit of gold in here. Look at all that.
This has probably been the best year that I've had in the South Motherlode for gold mining, period.
And it's not just a good year for the miners.
Business is really good.
It's also giving a boost to tourism in local boom towns.
What?
With winter rains just around the corner, there's no sign of the current boom ending.
Just like that.
But for Poe, there's a rush greater than gold.
Really, it's about the freedom of doing what you want to do and doing what you like. Yeah, it's really kind of living the dream.
A life rich in adventure, no matter what pans out.
Peace, family, peace, family, peace. This your brother Red Dad, Blue Dad, a.k.a. Financial Freedom Fighter, a.k.a. Time Clock Smash. And guess what, family? I'm back at it again. I'm not here to waste your time. I'm here to change your mind about these cryptos, family. And today I'm bringing to you another one on Allianceblock, family. Now, I showed you a video talking about the gold rush, family. Okay, it showed you that it's all over again. Still, people still out there finding gold. But guess what? Not only that is a gold rush. Now here is the gold rush, family. When we talking about DeFi 2.0. Now here's an article to back up the receipts, family. Now we talking about I showed you. It said that they found $90 million worth of gold around that time, which is equivalent to $2 billion. Now we talking about a crypto market that's 900 billion to a trillion. Now imagine this cycle, we go from 1 trillion to 3 trillion, family. A lot of people getting wealthy between this 900 billion and some change, 900 and what, 50 million to a trillion that the market is currently today. Imagine it going to 3 trillion this time, family. Imagine it going back to 2 trillion. A lot of us going to make some good money. So let's talk about this article that they got here of October 11, 2022. Okay. You know, the DeFi has been explosive for the last several years. Of course, we know it. Okay. Now, there are stories of investors becoming millionaires and billionaires, and FOMO, fear of missing out, becoming almost tangible force. Important to look at what happened with some perspective. We need to better understand where we are on this roller coaster, okay, and what horizon we on. Of course, it's a roller coaster. It always been, family. It always been new eras that resets us. Okay, it was the gold rush. It was the .com. Now it's the technology, like Uber. You know what I'm saying? Google, Apple. You know, that was a reset. That was a new era of people getting rich. Now it's something called DeFi 2.0. Okay, now. It goes on to say that the gold rush fever. Thankfully, the ride has already happened. Okay, oddly enough, DeFi craze has many similarities to some of the old-fashioned. Okay, the gold rush. For instance, in 1948, San Francisco gold rush, when the word that the gold has been found reached the ears of the eastern U.S., people came in a wave of gold fever, fear of missing out, driving people to drop their entire lives to join the gold rush. Sound familiar, family? People are completely unprepared for the minds, for the goals that they saw. Others were getting rich and were happy to risk everything for just a chance at striking it big. So some just indeed did get rich, while others lost everything. And there was probably a few who even broke even. Towns were seemingly made overnight. So they was building up, family. They was building towns over it, okay? Just to live there, to work. So, and then they was abandoned when the local area vein ran out. So whenever they ran the well dry, you know what I'm saying, those towns went abandoned because there wasn't no work there. Okay, sounds familiar? So the entire period of history is incredible, insane. It left winners and then losers, okay, behind. Oh, that's a like behind. So what can tell us about DeFi? Are we in a ghost town scenario? It's a what we're in now, according to Allianceblock, it says that we are in a post-rush growth. Okay, so that means that we are early and we're just waiting. Okay, so it says no one can see the future, but it seems that instead of being in a rush, we're actually past it. So why this might be alarming is actually excellent news. So you're following San Francisco past ghost towns and the past fever attitude. What you find is the foundation of San Francisco as it exists today. Okay, it made these cities in California was made from the gold rush. Okay, these are pretty much sovereign towns. So while finding a literal gold has showed in different types of wealth, just to beginning to discover the business giant like Levi's, okay, was built from this foundation, from the gold, from the rush. So, but the beginning of their growth, of their empowerment, afterwards, the real estate boom. Then one of the ironic cities of the world was built. So while we don't allow to make that connection, San Francisco wealth after that wealth was as exponentially made during this time. So it say, think of trillions of dollars in real estate value, hundreds of billion dollars in economical revenue, not to mention the culturally rich gifts the city have given to the world. Bringing the comparisons back to DeFi, we find ourselves learning the rush to building the foundation of the future is DeFi 2.0, okay, decentralized finance 2.0. What this means is exactly that it means that some of the biggest issues, challenges for the world first wave of DeFi centered around few keys, okay, compliance measure, better UX for users, and design for accountability, especially in peer-to-peer markets. So one of these items is scraffled to or even destroyed the industry. The platforms you see this is seizing the opportunity to build an entire platform around solving them. Okay, while the ecosystem of DeFi 1.0 accomplished a great deal, it was limited by challenges mentioned above. So they didn't have compliance, they didn't have UX for users. Okay, so now in DeFi 2.0 they're gonna have this. So the platforms you see now without compliance can't have a global platform. So without the UX, you can't create mass adoption. So without accountability, there's no trust for peer-to-peer or person-to-person. Platforms needs to be resolved, and a number of this has been created. The tools necessary. One of the leaders in the sub-industry tackling each of these issues has been Allianceblock, family. Allianceblock. Okay, Allianceblock is one of the reasons that are attacking these issues to bring this over into DeFi 2.0. So they have the compliance first focus, and they have developed a finance engine that users can embed required the KYC, AML, metadata into NFT, making it both compliant and liquid. This is alone created mass amount of new cases for DeFi 2.0 platforms to use. Their the UX design, like some of the DeFi innovators, have learned what works and what doesn't, and creates an experience to simplify the complexity of DeFi for a larger pool of potential customers. So finally, it's built for crowd funding program called FundRs. So whereby the Web3 projects can share their vision and players, interest users can invest into the project. So the variety of potential rewards, returns, the investments is also the form of compliance NFTs, helping create an appeal of liquid assets to the chance of the secondary market to the funding party. Now here's the next era. Here's where we at now, family. Okay, this is the new gold rush all over again. The next era. So the next era is DeFi 2.0. You know, DeFi 1.0 was a test run. Okay, to get us to using this, get us to beta testing. Now the real deal, Holyfield, is what's coming now. Okay, what's going to be, pretty much regulated. Okay, so the DeFi 2.0 begins the first mass adoption of growth into crypto, which is the industry that has been excited for years. There will be a world spread finance trading investment. So along with gaming, collecting, they're gonna have the cartoon NFTs. They're gonna have social media experiences. Metaverse will transfer for the experiment ideas to part of our daily lives. The larger blockchain technology is to embed itself into a supply chain, manufacturing, fleet monitoring, engineering, court documentation. and all of your pet records. Okay, the sky's the limit. For the first time in history, a large part of the world would be connected, and the teams around the globe will have the chance to make their mark in history books. The opportunity to create a true, unique, and seamless global ecosystem, exciting to imagine, and even more exciting to find a place in. There is a lot of work to be done now, and a wild gold rush is subsiding, but we haven't begun to uncover the true wealth of DeFi. So, family, it's like an iceberg. You know, it's more iceberg into the ocean than the tip that's hanging out of the ocean that we see. Okay, so the rabbit hole goes deep. We are in a world of information, family, and it's ridiculous. You know, we have chance to take advantage of this, and that's what they're saying. It's so early, it's ridiculous, family. So you gotta have eyes to see and ears to listen. Know that we're in the next era right now. If you don't know about crypto, NFTs, blockchains, you missing out on that next gold rush, family. So let's look at the price action of Alliance today. First of all, family, let's just look at the market cap. Okay, let's understand that the second bull run that I was a part of, it went all the way to a 2 trillion market cap. Okay, that is amazing. For me, being into crypto, everybody talked about the great bull run in 2017. You know, the bull run. And in 2017, the bull run was only like 700 or 800 billion. I got in cryptocurrency when I was seeing the market was 200 billion. I mean, most of it was Bitcoin. So I watched it go from my money is into from 200 billion to a trillion, and took profits from 2 trillion. So now we pretty much doing the same thing again. So now we at 900 billion and a half, soon to go to 3 trillion plus, family. Okay. So you got to understand, if you're getting in now, you're still at a good time to ride the market cap up. So no matter what project you in, as long as it's one of those solid projects with use case, you're gonna earn some good pennies, family, off a little bit of money, you know. So let's check out this price check of our ally buddies. Okay, so here it is. They're still trading about 5 cents, almost 6 cents, family. Still life-changing wealth, family. You still can get in at a good time, family. Okay, you know, a lot of these cryptos here, and here's some of the platforms that you can find it on. You can find it on Uniswap, KuCoin, you know, Big True. You know, the one I use the most is probably out of this is probably KuCoin. You know, once you get it on KuCoin, then you also know about your Nano Ledger. Okay, keep your stuff offline, because if you don't own your keys, you don't own the crypto. So you got to keep that in mind, family. I'm just here to give you the crypto facts and have truths. It's up to you to decide what's true to you. You know what I'm saying? Some of these cryptos I talk about can make you a shiro. It can make you a hero. But best believe it can make you a zero. Because anytime you take money out your pocket, there's a good chance you might not get it back, family. And that's big facts. I want to thank everybody for hitting the like button. I want to thank everybody for subscribing. I thank all my new subscribers, all my new listeners, everybody that been rocking with Red Dad, Blue Dad from the beginning, man. Peace and love. I appreciate your eyes. I appreciate your ears. I want to give a shout out to Kings and Queens Empowerment. The merch is in the descriptions. So thank everybody for purchasing the merch. Thank everybody for purchasing the Red Dad, Blue Dad book 101 on Amazon ebooks, man. So peace and love to the next one. Peace.